Alright guys, Steve Composer here. I want to talk about a new product that I've got here. I can pick this up and send that out to you wherever you are in the world for $15. It's a new machete, parang, whatever you want to call it. It's just a machete that you can use on the farm, bushcraft, wherever, for $15. There it is. Now let's talk about this thing for a moment. I'm in a farming area here. People use these on the farms to cut everything from wood, bananas, you name it, everything. They got these sorts of machetes. Now, don't forget, I'm doing this out here, bushcrafting, camping, woodworking on a daily basis. Every day, all day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm a full-time professional. It's not a hobby. I don't have a full-time job. I'm not doing this on weekends or after work. If you are doing that, then it's a hobby. Out here in the mountains, on the farm, in the garden, working like this. And I've got videos online where I'm using machetes, I'm making furniture for the base camp, I'm making shelters, I made the floor and so forth. So I know what I'm talking about. I do it 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now I'm just going to get up close and show you up close what this thing is. It's one piece of steel like that. I'm not making any guarantees. I'm not offering a set of free steak knives, money back guarantees, guaranteed for life, 10, 15 years or whatever. You buy it, you own it, that's it, no refunds, that's all it is. It's $15. It's not some fancy engineered thing from a Western company. It's not $100, $200 or $300. It's $15 and it's something that you're going to use. And here's the key for this thing. The only guarantee I'm going to give you is that you can use this thing, and I'm, as I said, a full-time professional at the Adventuring and Camping School here in northeast Thailand, all day, every day. I'm here chopping wood. I've got mountains of wood. This is my outdoor woodworking area where I'm chopping wood. And this thing, I mean, this is my new one that I'm offering. This one, I beat to death all day, every day. Look at it. That's all it is. I can sharpen that on the stone, probably like a convex grind, which is what you want. And there's nothing fancy there at all. The only guarantee I'm going to give you is that you can beat the hell out of that all day, every day. That's the guarantee I make. This thing is light. Now, for example, here's another style here. You can pick up a nice heavy one. It's a bit too heavy. Now, I'm not the biggest man or the strongest man in the world. I wear wrist supports to help support my wrist. I do get tired. That thing has weight. You do want weight in your chopping action sometimes, but that is a bit tiring. It's very heavy, very thick steel. You might be a big, strong man. That's fine. You can use that. I happen to use a smaller one. I'm never going to get tired using a small, light one. Okay? But yes, you want some weight to chop with. I picked this one up because it's a bit heavier. You can see the weight at the end. It's a bit longer, but not much heavier. But you can see how you've got the weight there as well. So you want that weight forward. It's like a parang, a flat style parang with a big bulge to give plenty of weight. But it's not too heavy. This one you could take camping with you. These sorts of really heavy ones with really thick steel, there's no way you're going to take that camping. This may be heavier than some camping style machetes. You've got cold steel, those sorts of condor, these sorts of bushcraft machetes that are designed for camping and for carrying. But this thing isn't heavy at all. But this is the one guarantee that I'm going to give you. You can chop this all day, every day, and that's the guarantee. I'm going to beat this thing to death all day, every day. It's as simple as that. That's the one guarantee I make. And this thing is going to chop, no worries at all. This thing, you're going to work all day, every day. Chopping wood. I've got some knots sticking out of this bit of wood if I want to make smooth. I'm going to cut these knots away, like that. It's a tough piece of rainforest hardwood here in Thailand. There's a piece of bamboo. You can baton with it. It's one piece of steel. You can baton. No problems at all. Let's split this whole wood just like that. Let's go in there. Let's get a hammer. I don't care what I do to this thing. And this got very tough, just like that. That's the knot I was going through right there. There it is, guys. Just like that, bang, baton, a big piece of wood, got that thing, smashed it with a steel pipe, no worries at all. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I had no idea there was a massive knot there like that. Just went through a knot, very tough work. So that's basically this machete I can bring to you for $15, just like that. And the only guarantee I'm going to make is that you can beat it to death just like I did then. No editing of the video, straight out doing it. No tricks, no parlor tricks, no nothing. No editing. There was a single piece of footage, picking up bits of wood and smashing that thing through wood, cutting wood, batoning, smashing it with a massive heavy steel pole like that. No worries at all. And that's what you can do with that thing. There's no pussyfooting around. You can beat that thing to hell all day, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and that's what it's for $15. You buy some expensive Western made piece of junk, you're going to be too scared to touch it, you can't do anything with it. And don't forget, when it comes to survival, bushcraft, camping, the two most important tools is an axe and a machete. Arguably, a machete is more important than even an axe. Perhaps you can make a good case that the single most important tool you ever want is some sort of a good chopping machete. It does 100 times more than any bushcraft knife will ever do. It's going to baton, cut, but you're going to cut trees down with it and make shelters. That's what you want in some sort of a tool, to make shelters. Forget about fine feather sticks and fires. You want to make a shelter in a survival situation, and that's going to do 100 times more than any bushcraft 5-inch knife that you're going to find out there. So an axe, machete, a knife is a distant third place in my mind, especially coming here to Thailand. The machete has really stepped up in my mind as an important tool. You have one machete, it's going to do everything a knife can do as long as you keep a nice sharp portion to it, and it's got a convex grind. You can keep this fairly sharp. It's going to do everything a knife can do, then some, because you can cut down trees and make shelters. So there it is, $15. You can beat it to death just like I did then, and there's not much more I can say. If you want me to talk more about this knife, or do more videos, or do more testing, let me know. I can do more video footage for genuine people. $15 from me to you, plus whatever postage it is to your country, and we have to calculate those fees. So there it is, guys. Beat this thing to death all day, every day of the year. 7 days, 8 days a week, and then some. But there's one thing, as I said, and I can't say this enough times, the one guarantee I'll make, just like you saw me on an improvised test, just beating the heck out of it, the one thing I can guarantee is you can beat it to death all day, every day. And this is what you want a machete to do. And this is where I have concerns about the Gerber, Bear Grylls, Parang, or any other sharp machete, where I talk about small brush and so forth. You want to be able to chop wood. Even that thing, I want to chop, now whether it's a 2 or 3 inch pole, or a tree this big, I don't care what it is. If I want to cut down a tree that big, it might take a long time, but I can do it with these things because you can chop. And the one feature and the one guarantee that I make is that you can chop with this all day, every day. It's a simple 24/7, 365 days a year, or 366 days I think is 2016. That's what you want in a machete. Be careful about sharp blades and fancy this, fancy that. That costs who knows how much. It's $15. The one thing a machete has to do is chop. Chop all day. And you saw me with an iron bar smashing this thing. I don't care what I do with it. I'm going to smash it all day, every day. It's going to chop, whether it's 2-inch, 1-inch, or a gigantic mahogany tree. I don't care, I'm going to chop with it all day. That's the only guarantee I make with this knife. Not much else I can say about it.